Hi everyone, I'm Beth, and today I'm going to take you through a Pilates mat class. So we're going to start by just taking a seat on our mat. All you need today in terms of props would just be a mat or a blanket, something that you can feel comfortable on the floor on. So we're going to start by just sitting crisscross here. So if this is hard for you, you can absolutely take your legs out in front. But we should be working on our hip mobility. So if you're able to sit in this position, that would be great because we want to be able to open up the hips and just move them in all planes. Okay, so we're going to start by just lowering our chin to our chest. So we just want to lower the chin to the chest, pull the shoulders back, pull the belly in. You're sitting right up on top of those sits bones, and then go ahead and look center. Good, one more time. Look all the way down. And then look center. All right, we're gonna rotate that head over to the right. You keep that left shoulder back and down. You're gonna come through center, look over to your left. And again, come through center, look over to your right. And through center, over to your left. All right, bring that head back to center. This time, lower right ear to right shoulder. And then gently bring that head up, left ear to left shoulder. And again, bring that head up through center, gently lower right ear to right shoulder. And last time, bring that head up through center, left ear to left shoulder. Good, go ahead, just bring that head back to center. We're just gonna do a little spinal rotation here. So I want you to take both hands over to the right. Look over that right shoulder. Remember, try not to lean back. Stay right up on top of your sits bones. And then spiral over to your left, looking over that left shoulder. Just a few exercises just to get us warmed up. Over to your right. And then over to your left. Excellent. Come back to center. We're going to take a seated side bend here. So you're just going to place your right hand down, take your left hand up and over. So bend into your right arm and then come up through center, over to the left side. Good, so you're opening up your opposite side body. Keep that arm right next to that ear one more time. And then last time over. Oh, this feels so good. Excellent. All right, let's go ahead and then bring those legs out in front of us. And so this is where some people really feel their hip flexors. So if you feel those hip flexors, just pop a little bend in those knees. Otherwise, you can straighten those legs. You're gonna be right up on top of the bony parts of your butt or those sits bones, and then we'll lift up through your core. So if you feel like I may still look like I'm sitting up tall, but I can gain a whole, probably half an inch to inch if I really just pull up from the core. Good. Just do not lean backwards here. All right, we're gonna just work on those shoulder isolations. So arms go in front of you. Another good way to try this is up against a wall if you want. I want you to think about me pulling your fingertips forward and then pull them right back. Good. Protract those shoulders out and then pull them back. One more time. Protract them forward and retract them back. Excellent. Take that right arm up right next to your ear. Can you reach without going backwards? And then bring it right back to center. Take that left arm up. Reach and center. Right and center and left and center. Good. All right. Pull those shoulders back. Right arm opens out. See how far you can go. Bring it right back. The left arm opens out. Keep that right arm right there and then keep those feet still. So if you feel any movement in the legs, You're rotating through your hips, and we want to just rotate through our core. All right, one more time. Right goes out. We're also working on our shoulders here and our chest. Close it back up, and then out to the left. And close it back up. Excellent. All right, bring those hands down, bend those knees. And so just give yourself some room because we'll eventually roll back. I want you to sit up nice and tall. Grab the back of those thighs. And then I want you to round off the sits bones just to the point where the abs engage. So my abs engaged right here. I really don't have to go back any further. And then restack it. Take an inhale here. Exhale, round off those sits bones. So anytime you have that contraction, that's where you exhale, making room for that contraction. Inhale, restack. Good. One more time. Exhale, come back. We're gonna let go with the right, let go with the left. Excellent. All right, from here, we're gonna take both arms up, both arms come down. So you wanna keep those feet heavy, both arms go up, both arms come down. We're working on our earthquake series here. And lower. And lift. And lower. We have two more. Find that shake as those arms go up away from the midline. One more time. Take it up. And lower. Good. Bring yourself all the way back up. Open up the knees and round over through the back. So in case you got into that low spine, you just want to stretch it out. You can also put a Pilates ball back here for just a little cue to and a little support. You can put a pillow back there, a rolled up towel, all of those work. Sit up nice and tall one more time. Take that inhale. Exhale, roll back. Abs engage. Let go with the right, let go with the left. Good, we're gonna take both arms out, open up that chest, both arms come in, good. Both arms go out, and then take it nice and slow here. We can rush through this, or we can make our core really work. We've got three more. 3, and 2, and last one. Close it up, and come all the way up and over. Open up those knees. So good. All right, restack those knees and then restack that spine. So now we're gonna put that all together. We're gonna do our big circles, okay? So take a breath and then exhale, roll off those sits bones just to the abs engaged. So you've got that nice little C curve here, but the chest is still lifted. Let go with the right, let go with the left. Here we go. We're gonna take them up, take them out, bring them back. Up, out, and forward. One more time. Up, out, and forward. Let's reverse that. Take it out. Open up that chest. Take it up. Take it down. Good. Woo. Out, up, and down. One more. Out, up, and down. Good. Restack that spine all the way up. One last time. Open up those knees. Roll forward. All right, we're gonna go ahead and extend those legs out. We're gonna do a roll down. So arms are in front of you. You're seated on top of those sits bones. Shoulders are pulled back. Take a breath here. Exhale, just round off the sits bones and then roll all the way down, one vertebrae at a time. Arms come up and behind you. Woo, so good. I'm gonna just reposition myself on my mat. I've got a short mat today. Let that ribcage splay open. Take those arms down by your side. Seeing if you can keep those hands touching the ground. You want to rotate those shoulders. Take them right back up. Keeping those hands in contact. See where the ribcage starts to splay. And then all the way up. Oh, it feels so good. Let's do it one more time. All the way down. Give yourself time for those shoulders to rotate. and then all the way back up. Excellent. Okay, we're gonna roll it up. So I haven't really, this is the first time I'm stretching today, so God, I hope I can get up. If not, you're gonna see what people do when they can't. They grab the back of their thighs. Perfectly okay. All right, here we go. We're gonna take that breath. Bring those arms up overhead, but drop those shoulders down. Exhale, nod the chin to the chest. Push the belly button in. Roll all the way up and over. Add a little momentum through my arms there. Reach, 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 reach long for those toes. Take that inhale here. Exhale, just go ahead and roll it all the way back down. Not restacking the spine. Keep the shoulders pulling back. Arms come up and behind you. Good. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, nod the chin to the chest. Roll it all the way up and over. This feels so good. You're getting a little bit of a back massage as you do your roll-ups and roll-downs as well. You want to find each vertebrae as you come down. So if you've got any sticky parts, those are the ones, drop those shoulders, that you want to work through. Pull the belly in. So good, you guys. Reach for those feet. And then we're going to roll it all the way back. Good. All right, stretch those arms behind you. Bring them out to the side. So you are, must have moved a little bit. You have that sort of like flattened out across. All right, bend at the elbows. So this is where I kind of have, you will see my wrists come up just a little bit. Like I can't keep my arms totally flat. I'm definitely working on that still. And then I'm going to try to settle my rib cage down. So I'm pulling it in like I have a corset on. Don't want my ribs to splay here. This may be a stretch enough for some of us, but we're gonna flip that right arm over. Now, only flip that right arm over to the point where the shoulder stays down. So if you, I'll show it to you on the other side, but take that right arm back up and then let's take the left arm over. So I'm trying not to let my shoulder roll forward. So when my shoulder rolls forward, I can get my hand up, but that kind of defeats the purpose, right? I'm working on my mobility here. And then flip it back. All right, let's do that again. Right goes forward. I'm working on the mobility of my shoulders. And then let's switch them. And switch. And switch. Hold it here. Bring the left arm back up. So you're like a flat scarecrow. All right, let's take them both over. Keep the shoulders back. Feel yourself pulling your shoulders back towards your mat. And then flip them upright. Flip them over, and flip them upright. Take those hands out to the side this time. Bring that right knee in towards the chest. Grab it right below that kneecap. Bring it in. Oh, it feels so good. Just giving yourself a little inner thigh stretch. I also feel a really good hip flexor stretch today. I don't always feel it that much in this position, but today I definitely do. Pull the shoulders back and use the arms to really keep that knee in towards the chest. Excellent. Let's switch out those legs. So I don't feel my hip flexor quite, oh, there it is. I was gonna say, not quite as much as the other leg, but there, I was able to position myself a little bit better, pull that knee in towards my chest, and I definitely feel it. Okay, good. Let's bring that right knee in and let's add on today. So we're gonna just hover that left leg up. Now I'm going to bring mine up a little more because I have to imprint that spine and I'm not this strong. So I'm just bringing my leg up. You bring it to whatever height you need to get that back imprinted. And then let's switch out those legs. So push that belly button down, keep the shoulders back and switch. And switch, and switch. Okay. So as you can see, my leg is definitely floating up, but that's where I can keep that back imprinted. All right, next time you bring that right knee in, hold it right there. This time, lift your head, neck, and shoulders. Now this really helps to imprint my spine, so I can take that leg a lot lower. And then let's switch it. And switch. and switch. Very nice. Keep going, keep breathing too. So maybe it's an inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. You've got it. Getting that core all warmed up. All right, next time that right leg's in, hold it. Take the hands behind the head. Take the left knee or left elbow to right knee, and then switch it. So we've got our bicycle or our single leg alternating with our rotation. It's a fancy way of saying our bicycle. Good, keep going. Doing great, we're almost there. Last 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2. Last set. Good, bring those knees in. Pull them into the chest. We're gonna try and roll like a ball coming all the way up. Find the arm balance slightly off those sits bones. I have no idea how this is gonna go, but I'm gonna try it. I have to bring my legs out a little further. Good, so we're balancing on those sits bones. A little difficult to do. We're gonna roll back and then roll up. Open up the chest, roll it back. Find that balance and back. Roll through that back, but don't get near that neck. 2 more. And 1 more. Hold it here. Hold it, hold it. All right, see if you can lengthen out those legs and see if you can let go. This is your teaser, hold on to it. Pull that belly button in. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower everything down, stretch it out. Oh, feels so good. Excellent. That was really great, you guys. All right, bend those knees. Take those arms out to that T position, directly across from each other. Palms facing up. And then take your feet as wide as your mat and let your knees fall over to one side. So the hip is gonna pop up. You're trying to get those knees down towards your mat. What you don't wanna pull off of your mat is that opposite shoulder. So you might feel a quad stretch here, I definitely do. Bring those knees through center and then over to the other side. That feels really good. Let's do it one more time. Bring it through center. You know, you should never skip on stretching. We never take the time to do it. Well, I don't want to say we never. I don't take as much time as I should to stretch. And I feel like a lot of my clients say the same thing. So I don't want to rush through the stretching because maybe you're the same way. And this is like one of the only times that you really get to stretch. All right, bring those knees back to center. We're going to go into some bridging. So we can take those arms down by our side. Now, I usually pop my palms up. That helps to just open up my shoulders, pull them back, and then you have to close up that rib cage. So don't hold that breath. All right, let's do a couple of pelvic tilts here. So imprint that spine, tip that pelvis up, keep it connected to your mat, and then tip it in the other direction. So it's a little rock and roll. You want to try and turn the quads off as much as you can. Very hard to do, but remember this exercise, bridging, is really about the glutes and the hamstrings, okay? So we don't want to get into our quads. It took me a really long time for that to work. Take a big inhale here. You're in your neutral spine. Your tailbone's heavy. You have your natural arch, whatever that might be. Exhale, tip that pelvis up, imprinting that spine. But now let's start to peel it up. Drive the knees forward so you have room and space. And then when you get to your high bridge, just make sure you don't overarch. Bring that belly button in. You still keep the glutes nice and high, nice and tight, but you want to make sure that you're not overarching that back. And you're right where your shoulder bridge is. Take a breath at the top. Exhale, soften, come all the way down. So you're going to take it at your pace as I talk through a couple of things here. Each time, use your breath though as you go up. And then as you come down. All right, so things I want you to think about is to drive the knees forward. So you don't want to just try to take them up towards the ceiling. You won't get the glutes up if you do that. So you want to drive them and work through lengthening of the front of the body. Try to keep the knees from splaying open, so have them track with the toes. When you get there, really squeeze the glutes. Keep them up as long as you can until you are ready to tap that tailbone. That'll be the last thing you tap. All right, keep going. Next one, you'll just hold it up. We're just going to add on from here. So holding that high bridge, I want you to pulse it up and up. So even tighter squeezes. Try to keep the knees from splaying open. You're doing great. Keep going. Last 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Hold it there. From here, we're going to hinge down. Tap the hips. Hinge up. So it's down, up, down, up. Good. So maybe in that last move, you could barely see me contracting even more. That's totally fine. As long as you can feel the muscle being used greater to try and lift those hips even a smidge is what you're looking for. Last 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, come down, come up, hold it here, take a breath. Exhale, soften the chest, roll it all the way down. Keep the hips as high as you can until it's time for that tailbone to tap, and then bring those knees in towards the chest and rock side to side. Whew, so good. We're gonna split up the glutes with a little bit of abs. So I always like to give people a little bit of a break, and then we'll come back to that muscle. So keep those knees in towards the chest, and then just take the knees over the hips. So if you feel your back is coming off of the mat, let them fall a little closer. Most challenging position is going to be to keep them right over the hips. But you want to have your back flat right now because your feet are off the mat. You're going to take your arms up towards the ceiling and drop those shoulders back. We're going to go into our dead bug. So right arm is going to go back, left leg is going to go long, and then everything's going to come back into center. Good. Now it's left arm, right leg. We're alternating side to side. Keep the shoulders back on the mat, so don't let them peel up, and keep that back imprinted the whole time. You got it. Really nice. Awesome. Couple more here, and then we're going to go into our alternating toe taps. Let's do one more set. Good. Bring those arms down, and then you can keep them in a 90-degree angle. You can take them down by your side. It really doesn't matter. We're working below the waist now. So from here, back is imprinted, whatever that takes to get it there. And then I want you to hinge at that left hip, and then pull it right back in. Hinge at the right hip, and bring it right back in. Good. Alternating toe tap. So what you don't want to do is just drop that foot so the angle of the knee does not change. So if you go like this, you're not really getting the exact same workout. So you want to hinge. You want to pull that those low abdominals down. This is what really targets that low transverse ab area. Really nice. Hang on to it. Good. 2 more. 2 and 2. One more set. 1 and 1. Good. Bring those knees in towards the chest. Rock side to side. Just giving that low lumbar a little bit of a massage. And then take those feet back onto the mat. Knees are bent. We're going back into our bridging. So we're going to add on. If this does not work for you, you're just going to keep bridging up and down, taking it slow. All right, so feet are about a fist width distance apart. You take a big inhale here, and then exhale, imprint that spine, come all the way up into your high bridge. Tuck the belly button in case it popped out, and then bring that right leg into tabletop. Don't let that left hip lower, and then take it all the way up towards the ceiling. Good, pull the belly in, lift it up, and up, and up. Good, you can do this, I know you can. Last 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Bring that leg back into tabletop, take it all the way down. Good, left leg goes into tabletop, goes up towards the ceiling, pulse it up and up. So try to keep that right knee, I just saw myself retracting with those right toes. You can do this. Keep the hips even. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Leg goes back into tabletop, goes onto your mat. Hips are nice and high. Right hip only squeezes, squeezes. Good. So if you're feeling any pressure in that back, just pull that belly button in a little tighter towards your spine and squeeze those glutes over to the left side. Left goes just slightly higher. You can feel that contraction on the left side. Last 3, 2, last 1, go to center, pulse it up and up. Like honestly, I can't even see myself moving, but I feel the contraction in the glutes. Hang on, almost there, last 4, 3, 2, last 1, hold it there, take a breath. Exhale, soften the chest, roll it all the way down. Woo, bring those knees in towards the chest, rock side to side. Awesome. All right, come over onto your side and stack your hips, stack your shoulders. So try not to be forward, bring that shoulder on top of the other one. Legs are in a 90-degree angle. You're just gonna go ahead, if this hurts your head, you can definitely just take that arm below. And then, well, actually, no, you want your arm here. You could take a pillow and put it underneath there. I'm like, why would I ever do this? Okay, open it up, that's why. And without rolling off of your hips, open up those arms. So people who have amazing spinal rotation can open up the entire way. I cannot. We're gonna close it back up. And then just keep those hips stacked. I saw mine roll just a little bit, open it up. So we're rotating through the waist here, not falling back like this. Anybody can do that. Good. Open it up. And then close it. We've got one more time. Open. And then close it up. All right, we're gonna do that on the other side so that I'm not facing my back to you. I'm just gonna come down this way. And then we're gonna stack the arms and stack the hips. All right, again, if you wanna prop that head up, this does not feel uncomfortable for me, so I'm okay with it. Go ahead, open up. So I noticed my shoulder going up. It's gonna try and relax it. And then come back over. 2 more times. Rotate. So you're rotating through the spine, through the waist, through the core. And close. And one more time. Open it up. And close. Excellent. We're going to stay right here because we're going to do some sideline. So now I will put my arm underneath of my head. For me, that's a little bit more comfortable. You're going to take your bottom leg in a 90-degree angle. Your top leg is going to be at hip height already. So we don't start down here, but we start right here. Foot is flexed. Abs are pulling in, and you should be able to fit those fingers underneath those low obliques. All right, here we go. Lift it and lower it. So hips are stacked. The hip is not open, so you shouldn't be able to take it all the way up. Obviously, there's a lot of people more flexible than me, but what I'm saying is if you feel like you have a huge range, check that alignment one more time because we are limited in this position. Last 5, 4, stopping at hip height. 3, 2, last 1, bring it to hip height, bend it in, push it out, in,
and up. So remember, if you're just starting to sag onto your mat, you want to pull off of your mat. Use your front or top arm as your kickstand to help balance you if you need it. And then just remember to drive that shoulder down. Good. Last 4. 3, 2. Last one. Hold it here. 1 inch forward, 1 inch back. Forward and back. Keep it lifted. So don't let the knee fall. You can do it. Keep it up there. 1 inch and 1 inch. Do it deliberately, so not a lot of bouncing. Really good. Okay, we're gonna do internal and external rotation here. So hold it right here. Knee to knee, woo, and heel to heel. Knee to knee, heel to heel. Over, under, over, under. Inverted, external, inverted, external. Good. 4, 3, 2. Last set. Hold it here. All right, extend it and bend it. Extend, bend, out. So as you take it out, just make sure the hip stays stacked. Sometimes when we reach forward, we want to take the hip with us. Hopefully you're starting to feel it. Last 4. Last 3. Keep that knee lifted. Last 2. And last 1. Hold it here. Lower it and lift it. Heel and knee stay on the same plane because we're doing our book openers, not our clamps. Nice job, everyone. Hang in there. Last 5, 4, 3, 2. Last 1. Hold it up there. Bring the soles of the feet together and take the heels in line with the glutes. Then close and open. Now we're in our clams. So push the hips forward. Try not to rock back. Really nice. You can do it. Last 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last 1. Good. Lower those legs. Just tap out that hip. That feels so good. We're going to go ahead and press ourselves up. That working leg goes behind us now, and let the hips open up. So you might feel this hip is up. Give yourself some time for it to release and really settle in on your mat. So getting a little stretch right there. Let's go ahead and take a side bend. And then to that other side. We're going to swing these legs out in front of us and take that working leg across this time. Grab it with your opposite arm and then rotate if it feels good. You do not need to. You're trying to release this glute that was just working. Big inhale, big exhale. All right, let's sweep those legs around and let's even ourselves up. So come all the way down. Bottom leg is going to go in that 90-degree angle. Top leg already aligns with the hip. Abs pull in. Obliques pull up. You're going to start lifting and lowering. So foot is flexed. Lots of energy through that leg. Keep those hips stacked. Relaxing the top shoulder. Remember that top hand can act as your kickstand every time. And it just keeps you balanced there. Last 5, 4, 3, 2. Last 1, bring it to hip height. We're going to bring it in. And press it out. And in. And out. So just check back in. See if you started to sort of sag onto your mat. If so, just pull yourself up and away, keeping the knee lifted. So sometimes the knee wants to come down, but you have to keep it lifted to really get the full benefit of this move. Good. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2. This one, we're gonna hold it in and we're gonna move it an inch forward and an inch back, forward and back. Good. So just trying not to sit back on the hips, keeping them stacked. That's 5, 4, 3, keep that knee up, 2, last one, hold it here, take it forward, bring it back. Ooh, now I really feel it, and back, that's great, forward, and back. Last 6, and 5, and 4, 3, keep the knee lifted, 2, and last one. All right, we're gonna do that internal, external rotation. So it's knee to knee, oh, heel to heel, knee to knee, heel to heel. I see a lot more movement in my hips, so I'm just going to put my hand there to remind myself that just the hip and the hip socket's moving, not my pelvis. I need tactile cues as well, and I need to always check in from head to toe also. Last 4, last 3, last 2, the last 1. Hold that leg up, lower, and lift. So we've got our book openers here. Just making sure we're not rocking back as we open up that leg. Let's stay stacked. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. And last 1. Hold it up there. Soles of the feet come together. They shift back. We lower and lift. I'm definitely going to feel this. This side is more fatigued, which is not unusual. But the second side is tired. They work in both positions. Even though we call this the top leg the working leg right now, the bottom leg is working as well. Last 5. 4. Last 3. 2. And last 1. Go ahead, lower those legs, tap it out. Oh, and then let's press ourselves up. So the working leg goes back, and then give yourself time for that hip to open up. So you want to just settle in on your mat, opening up the inner thighs and the outer thighs. Let's go ahead and do a side bend. And then to that other side. Good, sweep those legs out in front of you. Take that working leg over top this time. Feels it a lot, okay? I definitely felt that. All right, bring that knee towards the opposite shoulder. Rotate if you want to. I really don't need to. I'm feeling it just fine. But if you want a little bit more of that spinal rotation, you look over that shoulder. So the tighter to the chest that you can bring this knee, the more you're going to feel that extension. All right, let's uncross those legs and sweep them behind us. And then just bring those palms underneath of your shoulders, and then bring those knees underneath of your hips. Now take the sway out of your back by pulling the belly button up, and then pull the shoulders down. Let's do a few cat-cows here, so take a big inhale. As you exhale, think about pushing the hips forward, rounding up through the back, definitely trying to get into that middle thoracic spine. And then inhale, push the hips back, lower the belly, lift the head, neck, shoulders. Good. Do a few of these. Go at your pace. So as you take your cow, you should feel the extension through the core, lengthening it, giving it a bit of a stretch after our ab series. And then when you've had enough of that, let's go ahead and wag the tail. So wag it right, turn those obliques on, and then wag it left. Right and left. Just make sure that those shoulders do not hinge,
start to creep up to your ears, so pull them down. And then come back to center. All right, from here, fingers are spread nice and wide. Keep them right where they are, maybe an inch forward. So you don't want them directly under those shoulders. And then I want you to keep them glued to the mat. Keep the shoulders down and sit the hips back. So you can get a stretch across that shoulder bridge and a stretch through the arms. Bring it forward. And let's do that one more time. Stretch it back. Excellent. Okay, this time walk those hands slightly forward and drop the hips forward. So the shoulders are going to come right over top of the palms of the hands. And we're going to do a set of 10 push-ups here, okay? Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, elbows always crack, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sit those hips back, open up those knees into your child's pose. And then this time as you round forward, I want you to bring the right knee forward, tuck the right heel underneath that left hip, and then just bring it forward. I like to rock side to side. I feel like it gives that glute. So on my right side, that's my right knee is forward. That's the glute that I'm stretching right now. Relax the shoulders, relax the neck. And then just bring those hands back. Let's stretch that left quad. So bring that heel towards the butt, reach around for it, grab it, pull it in so that you can get a left quad stretch. Even out the shoulders as the chest faces forward. Let the inner thighs just release. Good. Let that leg come back down. And then just curl those toes under. Let's lift up and bring that right foot back to meet the left. Just hold it in your plank position here. So don't look through your shoulder bridge, but don't let them pitch up towards your ears. Think about pulling away from your mat. Push through your heels. Tuck your hips under. Pull your belly button up. Start to find your shake. You need to be here all day, but let's try and find that shake a little bit. Big inhale, big exhale. All right, let's lower those knees for those of us that want to do our push-ups on our knees. Otherwise, the rest of you hold it in that plank position, and let's go ahead and do another set of 10. Here we go, 10. Keep the core tight, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to sit it back in the child's pose. Letting those hips just drop towards the heels, lengthening through the back, pulling the shoulders down. And this time as you round forward, let's bring the left knee forward, tucking the left heel underneath the right hip, and then just coming into that pigeon pose. Let's go all the way down. Is this a pigeon pose? I don't know. I'm not good at yoga. I always say it's a pigeon pose, so I hope it is. Hold it here. Again, if you want to rock side to side, whatever helps to release that glute. You can walk those hands back, and then we're going to stretch the right quad this time. So right leg is going to start to bend, heels coming towards the glute, like a, what do you call that? I don't know. Can't think of the word right now. But go ahead and pull it up there. Keep the chest forward. Let those inner thighs open up. Hamstring curl. That's what I was thinking of. All right, let that foot come down. Curl those right toes under this time. Lift that right leg. Press into the palms of your hands and bring your left leg back to meet your right. You're back in your plank position. Let's hold it here. We're almost done. We're going to start restacking the spine. Big inhale, big exhale. All right, let's go ahead, pop the hips up and back. You may need to adjust your hands a little bit. You're in your downward dog. Try to push those heels down, lengthen through that spine. All right, pedal the feet up, left and right. I've had my feet around this whole time. Usually I'd be dying by now, but it's so cold. All right, press those hips back, spiral through those arms. Feel that big calf stretch. Then walk those hands back. Hang heavy here. So you want to straighten those legs. You want the crown of your head looking towards your mat. Your eyes are looking through your thighs. Sway the hips right and left. And then set the hips, sway the upper body right and left. Just let it sway right and left, loose. Feel the obliques, feel everything moving. And then come back to center. Oh, it feels so good. All right, from here, let's bend our knees as much as we need to get our hands flat on the mat, and then push the hips up and back. Bend, and straighten, and bend, and straighten. So if you're far away and you can't yet touch the mat without bent knees, no big deal. And if you can't straighten them, keeping the hands on the mat, no big deal. I just recently was able to do it. And days that I don't stretch, it takes me a while to get back there. All right, hang heavy here wherever you are. So hands can just be floating. You're gonna take a big inhale here. And then exhale. Let's restack that spine all the way up. One vertebrae at a time. If you're restacking it up against that imaginary wall, lift up through your pelvic floor, roll the shoulders back. Ooh, that was so good. Oh my gosh, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let's take a big inhale here. Side bend over, grabbing one wrist, coming through center, grab the other wrist. So switch them out. So you want to come up and through, but not with your shoulders, with your core, and then side bend over. One more time. Good. All right, take a big inhale here, cactus it out. Hold the shoulder blades together, open up the throat. Feel this nice stretch here. Drop the tongue away from the roof of your mouth. Reach up one more time. Take that big inhale. Exhale, blow it all out. That was awesome, you guys. I really enjoyed it. Thank you for doing it with me, motivating me. I hope it motivated you. Please check out the other videos on my channel, and I hope to see you back here real soon.